I'm Claire. I'm one of the health and wellbeing coaches from SASP. I'm going to take you through some movements you can do sat in a chair to help you with your strength and your balance. So we're going to start sitting up nice and tall in a chair where you can put your feet on the floor. So a dining room chair is absolutely perfect. A reasonably high lounge chair is also absolutely fine, as long as you feel comfortable and stable. So we're going to start just rolling the shoulders back, floating up from the top of the head. And we're going to just turn the head to look over one shoulder. And then we're going to just turn back. Super slow. We're not going to give ourselves whiplash. We're just going to go steady here. What we're doing here is we're improving your balance, as we're giving that little bit of challenge to your inner ear when it's detecting where your head is. We're also warming up your spine and your neck. Just going to do a few of those. And then we're going to come back to the middle. Okay, we're going to do some elbow circles now. So we're going to take our fingertips to the shoulders and we're going to draw a big circle with the elbows, as big as you can. If you get any kind of clunking or cracking or anything, that's normal. That's what elbows and shoulders do. We're just going to observe it. As long as nothing is hurting, as long as there's no sharp pain, it's absolutely fine to be moving through our crunchy joints. And the more we move them and the warmer they get, the less noisy they get. We're going to go the other direction as well, just for a bit of balance. Okay. So staying from this point where we're just going to touch our shoulders, we're going to touch our shoulders and then we're going to reach up to the ceiling. We're just going to go from shoulders to ceiling. Nice and steady. We're going to keep our belly button pulled in. We're sitting up tall, head floating up, feet are firmly on the floor. So if your balance is good, you could do this standing up and that will be absolutely fine. We're going to do about 10 of those. And then I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to clasp them in front of me. I'm going to hold these quite close to my chest for this first bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my whole body like I'm trying to take my fists over there and then back. Now, if you like, you could try holding something. You could have like a rolled up tea towel or even something with a little bit of weight in it, like a can of beans, something like that. If you would like to, you could try straightening your arms and doing this with the arms straight. It's a little bit more challenging. And if you would like a further challenge on this and for your balance as well, you can do this standing up. That's fine. I'm going to do about 8 to 10 of these. And when we've done the last one, we're just going to come back into the middle and we're going to check in. Feet are on the floor, head floats up, shoulders are back. We're going to do a short chair march now. So we're going to march our feet. Just going to lift off the floor as high as you're comfortable. That might not be very much. It might just be that you're pulling away and barely breaking the floor. That's fine, because you can build up to whatever feels right for you. And you can do this for as long as you like. I'd suggest about 20 steps, which is 10 each side. That's a good place to start. comfortable doing this, you can do it for maybe a couple of minutes. See how long you can go. Now we're going to try working the muscles at the front of the leg. So we're going to do an extension. We're going to straighten the knee, or maybe not all the way straight, but just head towards straight. Nice and steady. And again, knees, they love being crunchy. You might hear some activity from your knees. You might feel like there's something going on in there. And that's perfectly usual. That's just your joint doing its thing. So I would aim for 10 of these. If you can't do 10, if you want to do 5, that's fine too. And then we're going to go for the other leg. So we're going to place that foot firmly on the floor. Give the other one a go. Don't know if you can hear that my knees are also very crackly. Now we're going to do the opposite thing. We're going to sit slightly forward on the chair. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck my foot underneath and then bring it back. So I'm squeezing the muscles in the back of my legs, my hamstrings. And just kicking that lower leg back, but slowly and under control. And then I'm going to do the other side as well. And if we're aiming for 8 to 10 each side, if you're not sure how many to go for, you should feel like maybe you could do 3 or 4 more when you have finished. So you want to feel like you've got a little bit left in you. You're not going to push yourself right to the edge of what you can do, but you want to give yourself a little bit of a challenge. Okay. So I'm going to set both feet on the floor. This is our last exercise. They're called heel toes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press my weight into my heels and lift my toes up. And then I'm going to lower them and I'm going to go up on tippy toes. So I'm rocking through my feet, lifting my toes, lifting my heels. This is really nice for getting your ankles moving. And it's also really nice for getting that strength in the front of your legs. That means that you properly pick up your toes when you're walking. It makes you less likely to trip over things. You can do this for as long as you're comfortable. Again, 8 to 10 is a good starting point. Lovely. So that's some short movements to make you a little bit stronger from your chair.